Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Cleana Carroll here from the PEM Technology Gateway in Sligo. So we are one of 17 gateways that are in the we're one of 17 gateways that are in the universities around the country. So each of us has our own area of expertise, and obviously we're in Sligo, and we have precision engineering and manufacturing. One of our sister gateways here is MET, and also we have WISAR, which are applied IoT in Letterkenny. So we are, as part of the Technology Gateway network, there's 3 clusters. So there's EMD, which is engineering, materials and design, which we're connected with. And then there's also the applied IoT and Irish food tech. So what we, so we have a dedicated gateway manager, but we also have 250 specialized engineers and researchers that can help and assist with projects with companies. So we can do direct funded work. We offer funding, which I'll explain a little bit more about later on, through the local enterprise office, Enterprise Ireland, and IDA Ireland. So what we really want to be is an extension of your company's R&D capabilities, and we can help and assist in a lot of different, whether it's product development, whether it's improving your manufacturing processes, or sort of any sort of design work that you're looking for. We have a lot of materials testing equipment. We have 3 and 5 axis milling machines. We do metrology, materials testing, we have additive manufacturing, and we also then help with simulation software, which would be CFD, computational fluid dynamics, or FEA, which is your it's gone out of my head, but I'll think of it later if anybody wants to come and talk to me about it. But we also do design for manufacture and design for assembly. If you're looking at your product areas, we can also look at those areas for you as well. We, as I said, we have the 3 and 5 axis milling machines, which would give high precision work. The photograph over here is just some specialized prototype parts that we made for a client, and you can see this is like would be the Porsche of the CNCs. We also have a 3-axis milling and turning lathe. So these are parts here. You can also see them physically on the table here in front of us. So we can do sub-spindle capabilities and stuff like that as well. And this we have a 60 ton, so it's 600 kilonewtons tensile testers. We also have a 1 kilonewton, which also has a 500 newton load cell. So they would be used for your med tech industry. And this is just, sorry, put on the video, like. Sorry, there it is. Sorry. I just can't see the arrow now. It's gone. Yeah. Anyway, I'll oh, there. Wait a minute. No, actually, I think here we go. This here is just, yeah. So it's just shown a concrete cylinder that was this is the tensile tester, and it was broken down at 35 tons. just to kind of show that. We also have a lot of additive manufacturing. This particular is a new mosaic high temperature polymer 3D printer, and it can print 8 different materials in the one print. It also does peak and PEC materials, which can be they can be heated up to 120 degrees. So if you want to get a prototype made up, it can be used in different equipment for that. Just a couple of our case studies. Cotter Crate is obviously it's an ag tech machine, but what we used here was our design for manufacture and our design for assembly considerations, using computer aided engineering. So we were able to, so the company Cotter Crate had manufactured this unit, and they were using it, but they knew that if they were to try and set up from a manufacturing point of view, that it was actually too heavy, and we were able to reduce the weight by 23% by using the design for manufacture and design for assembly considerations. But we were also able to reduce their manufacturing costs by 30% for that as well. So then Coney Islands Shellfish, they're a local company, and what we did there was we used an innovation voucher to help with that. It was ATU students, so it was third-year student project. And so anybody that's in the oyster, all of these oyster bags, they might have, sort of 800 or 900 of them or more, and they have to be turned and shook on a regular basis. So this unit here was manufactured, and that allowed them to shake them and turn them, reducing the amount of labour that was used for that. MMG Ocean, they're part of the Killybegs cluster, and what we did with those, they had developed this vessel-to-vessel unit, so that they could actually, it's a gangway, so they could go from one boat to another easily. They had manufactured it themselves, but they were looking for the design for manufacture capabilities on that, and also just to look at finite element analysis. So that was to determine the best materials and optimization of the unit. So we were able to make their unit much lighter and much easier to manufacture as well. Spectrum conveyor pulleys. This was an Intertrade Ireland innovation boost program, which was over, it was a 67,000 euro project, and we were able to use polymer researchers within ATU that were able to improve rubber compounds that they were developing, because they were getting uneven wear on their pulleys. So we were able to develop an in-house testing apparatus for them as a prototype that allowed them to test in-house before they were putting them out. And that was an 18-month program, which worked really well. So just as part of as I said, we're part of, we're funded by Enterprise Ireland. We're one of 17 gateways, and we can offer funding through the local enterprise office, Enterprise Ireland, and IDA Ireland. So the innovation vouchers have recently been upgraded from 5,000 to 10,000 euros. So there's 3 10,000 euro vouchers that are available, and then one co-funded up to 20,000. So companies then would pay the VAT element of those. They're very easy to get access to. If you apply for an innovation voucher today, you can get it within 3 to 6 weeks. We can set up, and we use the sort of researchers within the college and ourselves. We have a design engineer in-house, and we also have an R&D technician that looks after all of our equipment and machinery. So an innovation voucher will give you probably about 100 euros worth of consultancy, and those vouchers are also available through the local enterprise office as well. Also, the local enterprise office can offer feasibility study grants, and they can be a grant available 50% of an investment of 15,000. And those grants are available to do market research, consultancy costs, and do technical development and prototyping, and also can sort of cover salaries as well. So they're a really good grant to get. For the ones that are for the companies that are expanding, there's also a business expansion grant. So anything up, they will pay 50% up to 150,000. So that's a really good expansion grant as well. And then the Business Explorer program, which is through Intertrade Ireland. We are actually have an Intertrade Ireland breakfast next Thursday, the 21st. In Sligo. So if anybody's interested in coming along to that to find out more about the Intertrade Ireland funding, what that is we work as the knowledge provider in the south, and we work with companies in the north, or companies in the south can work with the University of Ulster and also the Northwest Regional College up in Derry. So you can use those as the knowledge providers in the north working with companies in the south. And so there's a new program that they've launched, the Intertrade Ireland have launched, which is a funding to explore. So there's a 5-day program which pays 5,800, or there's an 18-day program that pays 23,200 to the researchers. So that's a really excellent program. And for people that are not aware, there's a recent government supports the National Enterprise Hub, which is has been was launched earlier on this year. But that's fantastic for anybody that's in the food tech industry or anything like that as well. So that's me. So if you've